organization in Sierra Leone, Freetown. We do open mics. We have 7 open mics every month that we do around the country. Not just poetry open mics, but general open mics for anyone who wants to exhibit anything that is art related. This hybrid open mic session, which we dubbed the Open Minds Hybrid Open Mic, is our first as Inkundla Spaces, and we hope we can continue this after the festival, the Inkundla Arts Festival, which we launched yesterday. We had three other events this morning slash afternoon. We had 2 discussions that were on creative funding and the diversity in the creativity sector in Sierra Leone. Then we had a book presentation of a book that is titled the I Anthology. It's a collection of 20 poems that are from 10 are from Zimbabwe, 10 are from Sierra Leone. So do look out for that. It's going to be on Amazon. It's going to be free. We are not going to be selling it. So if you want to read some Zimbabwean or some Sierra Leonean poetry, in like 2 weeks' time, that anthology is going to be available there. Apologies if I addressed in a way that does not appeal to others. It is hot here. I dressed in a way that appeals to the weather. With that being said, I will hand over to my brother Thomas to introduce himself to the people that are here, since everyone here already knows him.
Yeah, my name is Thomas. I am the founder of Open Minds, Open Mic, the Open Minds community. We host multiple shows over Zoom on a weekly basis, almost a daily basis. Yeah, and you guys can follow us at Open Minds, Open Mic on Instagram. Stay up to date with all the latest shows and features that we're doing. Later on tonight, we actually have a feature as well. Yeah, and we're really excited to be able to do this hybrid with you guys at the festival. So, uh, yeah, if you guys would like to get started there with the live performers first, we can do that, and then I will move to a Zoom performer.
Uh, I was going to ask you if you'd like to get us started, since this is the Open Minds, Open Mic. Would the Open Minds person like to get us started with the poem?
Oh, would you like me to get us started with a poem? Okay, I got you. I got you.
Yes, sir.
All right, this one I call I Remember. My mind unwinding, finding clues I left behind me. Designed for my uprising, I choose the breath inside me. Lined by undying views of a muse who sat beside me. Knowledge I held tight to. Language I spelled right through. Image I excelled my sight's true. Through pieces of my past life into speeches that I cast live. A few breaches in my glass eye review teachers as I pass by. I grew true glitches stitched in space-time to expand my mind in lieu of bass vibes. Sincerely, who knew the hinges had been swinging freely, briefly allowing wishes to seep deep into reality. Clearly astounding, these glimpses creep around me. It's beginning to allow me to see how we fit existing in the now beat. I sit emitting a resounding bright light that surrounds me, insisting I might take flight. Proudly, loudly I sound off, tossed a few words into the sky while I fly around lost, spew 2/3 of my mind at no cost to you, or whoever happens to cross paths with a version of me rapping about these diversionary tactics, certain words to make 'em backflip. I classically spit magic. I just so happened to burden birds who passively flew past it. I sarcastically chew plastic, surgeon to Earth's passage, managed to do damage artistically, rhythmically laughing about all the past lives I was trapped in. The one known as no one knows what happened. I fashioned a glowing orb from a flowing storm so I had something to pass him for hunting crass hymns. while transmitting Gnostic vision by twisting optic ribbons. I remember being born on more than one occasion, a defender who is sworn to warn all of the neighbors. I render my physical form based on all the greatest. Am I the bravest or a sadist? Flipping through all life's pages, I found out we're all made with this same sound vibration. I blame ground displacement for lame, unbound migrations. Salutations, my friends, with all my love and appreciations. Peace. All right. So yeah, if you'd like
Salutations
to.
to what you brought up, for love and appreciation. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna read a poem, and then we can get started with other open micers. I am actually gonna read, which is something that I don't usually do, but I'm gonna read.
We
I'm
lost your
gonna read.
camera
I'm
feed.
gonna read. I'm gonna read. I'm gonna read. Why am I gonna read?
We lost your camera feed.
You lost the camera feed, but let me.
Yeah, we can't see you.
Can you see us now? I. All right. This is less of a poem, but more of a note that I made for a poem sometime in, wow, 2022. I actually never got around to writing this poem. I just make the notes for the poem, but I think they can be understood as a poem. Goes something like this. Born into a flawed world without your permission, expected to exhibit certain traits as if you learnt them before, forced to do this and that or else. Two worlds separated by a broken fence, one above, the other in the slums, down below, controlled through dogs that feed on scraps. As legend has it, it's rough on the way up, slippery on the way down. Ambition, the elixir, difference, the thing that sets you apart, the thing that makes you stand out. In a world where heart and mind coordinating creates any scene one envisions to the exact detail, story of opposites. Voices in my head are raging, slitting throats for my attention. The strong fall so the weak can rise. It's the order of things. Sly foxes lurking in the shadows, posed ready to pounce at the perfect moment, but always their deception defeats their purpose, pointing us in the direction of that which we seek. Broken trust, live foxes on either side, as the innocent child shivers, confused, wondering why they do these things, why everything needs to involve aggression, fear, and control. The universe, always working with you to bring your dreams to life, presenting opportunities when you need them. Here, ideas are big, here, dreams wild with imagination, but pure still. Good intentions with explosive execution here. Assistance is mistaken for offense, misunderstood in a world she is struggling to understand here. Footsteps heralding destruction. The glass is the only event that makes sense. She wears them as a reminder of that place called family when love flourished like the gardens of Eden before men discovered iron and gold. When none stayed behind because the peg would be broken, missing a limb, disadvantage, progress at the cost of a few lives seems okay. 1,000 are worth peaceful decades for the 8 billion. Her story is 1 in 8 billion, unique. She sees punks when she looks at them, unleashes her aggression like a pipe stroked right or Sly foxes manipulating her for selfish gain, using her swift movements to neutralize the enemy, their approval, her motivation, external opinions, messing with the dreams, stunting her growth like a tree, still water holds. She pleases her master by causing havoc at the top side. The thought police plays puppet of both sides, weighed down by the pressure that comes from such energy hungry leeches energy through sex, forcing her out of her head through social activities. Glasses on, music loud, she attempts, knowing each failure carries a lesson. In a world that cannibalizes itself over power and greed, they use propaganda to divide and control, fund riots, thwart them in a second to assert dominance. Sly foxes succeed in their manipulative games, pure souls face oblivion, tough decisions are made, the war continues, the voices scream louder, her mind wanders further, the maze she built becomes a captor. In her world, she's survived rapture that left ghosts with no one else to bother. The firelight never deserted the mission when she needed a hand, they got trigger happy, digging graves of those that threaten her independence, paving way for a smooth simulation. I need my mind free, so come be me. Circumstances force me behind bars, so I can't be real. Running around in mass just to fit in. The lies grow as life foxes hunger for more. Sides switch freely like gender in the 20th century. Ancient adversaries make second appearances before they vanish like Elliot, leaving behind gold nuggets given away by gullible masses who believe Lukaku is a God sent church and party sponsoring poverty so they can profit off it, broadcasting frequencies that distract one from the self, minds hiding behind bodies, experience always trying to thwart youthful passion, but people lose their lives in wars that can be settled by conversations because they mistake fear for respect. Pendulum swing, tricking hosts into creating energy for them to feed, but the innocence still lives on. Memories of fallen heroes edge her feather, the craziness she embraces, the traits she inherits, mind games plays on those clothes like foxes keep pressing on. Family halted together, sly fox game defeats his purpose. She takes a rightful place, embraces the evil monster they made out of her. Let's go of the last remains of that inner child. Peace.
Yeah, give it up for Fungo, everybody.
All right. I think we're gonna move on to an online open micer, if that is okay with you, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people here. So I think we're good. Over to you, bro.
All right. So coming up next, we've got Billy Tuggle. Yeah, Billy, whenever you're ready, go ahead and unmute and take it away, brother.
Hey everyone. Um, I am coming to you from a branch of the Chicago Public Library. There are people outside this door that are early voting for the big bad election. This was called No Freedom White. Sounds like rhetorical questions. Looks like less than $15 an hour with no insurance. Feels like month to month, next month, always eviction. Feels like asbestos long underwear. It will protect your ass from the fire, but still kill you in the long term. Looks like toxic democracy. Sounds like you're not like those others. Feels like trapped in a body, in a box, wrapped in cellophane, oxygen thinning. Looks like the light at the end of the tunnel is a train, is a slave catcher. is shot after shot after shot is the bling of 50 stars. Feels like memories lost in a fog, like forgetting the words to our narratives, and the beat of our talking drums smells like so much seawater and leather for tanning. Sounds like chains rattling and hammering through metal links. Sounds like the first verse of New Negro Spirit.
Excellent.
And can I read one more short one?
Yeah, you can do another short one.
Definitely. This is only about a minute. Thank you all. The book is called A Tree Falls in the Hood. There's this big website, I guess, called Amazon. I think you can find it. Backpack Files on the social media. Thank you. Neighborhood. The front lawns growing green and blooming. Post-equinox and under professional care, the 3-flat meticulously rehabbed to appointed kids in yard and parks break from classrooms, mail carriers, and the odd grocery delivery. Daytime camouflages the odd trap house you only notice because of people sleeping in vehicles in proximity. And remember that this was the direction that the shots occasionally came from. The shots that startled. To remembering when Ciara visited, inferred that this might not be the hood with its bungalows, garages, and the odd mulberry tree, that the hood be round the corner, down the street, across the expressway, and under decay. But we reason that the hood finds the urbanite, the hood made bad turf by Hollywood and misreporters, is really just where our heart and tribe is. The hood moves pounds of cannabis right in the train station 2 blocks away. The wind will bring you the hood's entire menu, or popular rhythms bouncing curve to curve. The hood is for a full-patched biker living down the block from a state cop. The local cops, rookies, will stalk your relatively quiet hood block, shine flashlights in your window at dusk, call it a mistake with $50,000 vehicles on the street getting catalytic converters swapped. You don't hear too much news, even violent or scandalous, where a mayor lived, where a mob legend lived, where a young hoops legend lived and died, where little businesses live and die along streets named Martin Luther King Drive. It's kind of nice neighborhood. Thank you all.
Yeah, give it up for Billy Tuggle. And you can follow him, Backpack Files, on both Facebook and Instagram, and buy that book on Amazon. Yeah, Fongo, if you would like to introduce the next performer there live at the event.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Billy. That was beautiful. That was beautiful poetry. Yeah, that was beautiful poetry. Yeah, I'll leave that thought for later. I'll leave that thought for later. So next up we have I think let us call the 3 guys that said they wrote a collaborative poem when we're coming here. Let us put our hands together for Ogden, Yasmin. Huh? Yeah, 4. 4. So Ogden, Yasmin, Aisha, and Alice. Let's put our hands together for them. Feel free to introduce yourselves. Hello, wonderful boys from around the world. My name is Akoridi Ekunjobi. I go by the alias Okdi. I'm here with my colleagues from Freetown, Sierra Leone to read you this short poem we wrote after launching the I anthology, which will be expected to come out soon. So yeah, to you, Alice, please introduce yourself, and then we'll get to the point.
Hi guys, my name is Suma. I'm also a poet, a creative writer, and a painter. Woo! Yeah!
Hi guys, my name is Yasmin. I go by the alias Ose, and I'm a writer, actor, photographer, and so it's a lot of titles, but yeah.
Hello everyone, I'm Izzy and I am an artist.
And so just to show we haven't given a title yet, so here goes.
In a simple corner of my father's barn, I shared cassava with my little brother after putting a man of the house performance at a farm earlier in the day.
As a first child, it's only right I do that which society deems fit, stepping up even before it's my turn to be called a dad.
Making sure the I's are dotted, the T's are crossed, because what am I if not a part of the whole?
Back aches, my back breaks, carrying all this weight, knowing I have all it takes, raising the stakes.
Woo! Thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much, guys. Let us talk about making you an actual group after this. So let us put our hands together for Alice, Yasmin, Octane, and Aisha. Over to you, bro.
Yeah, good job. Yeah. All right. So coming up next here, we have Joshua. Joshua, whenever you're ready, you can take it away, brother.
Unmute. There. So my name is Joshua. I am again from the United States. Like several also here. And I am from the coldest part, one of the colder parts. I also have the joy and the opportunity to represent a group of men inside prison called Pros and Cons, a group of amazing artists whose voices really trained my own. I can be found if you guys want to follow me. I am on TikTok through under the name P as in Papa and C as in Sierra Poet, PNC Poet. I'm on there. I do music. I do spoken word. I do poetry. I have a lot of live streams, content, everything else. You can check all my stuff out there, and I will get past the promo and to the bonus. Here we go. I want to learn to shine, to sparkle linguistic diamonds, to decorate ears and listening conscience, need to take the stage to spotlight and dance. Given one glancing chance, I want to learn to shine. You sure? See, there's a price. Showcases our lies, those stripped down places where few watch a rise or care about your fall. Those are honest. The spotlight worth watching is earned in darkness. Where did you think light shines brightest? See, I've listened to a million broken stories, whispered complex in a melody, subtext of cost no one tells you hide along the way. Easy roads are worthless. Comfort leaves less to say. You say, I want to learn to shine, but haven't decided the worth that calling holds. Talk about stardom, grasp at golden crowns. Don't grip too hard. That crown's made of thorns and molten fire. Dylan took us higher after the silence, after something in him died. Whitney poured out her pain and rage on a star-studded stage. Shine? But I'm no star. I sing songs spoken in rasp or riding melodic winds, but when you hear them, they're ripped from my soul. Morsels of me shared in shadows because that's where music matters. I want to shine? Nah. The stage doesn't need you. It's the dark needs shine artists because I hate the dark. I hate those shadowed implications imposed unwilling within walled rooms or open spaces gradually enclosed by night times, nightly, sudden fall from grace. Is what my eyes can't see more blinding than this binding blackness? I hate darkness. Hate how hate's a word so easily bandied where mouths forget that we are one blood, one race, our one, our imagined differences so damn superficial as to be superior to mere petty substance. Why not? Within our dark, we forgot our skin is always birthed stark naked, frail. Forgot the differences spell multi-hued beauty, thought it our duty to correct them into neatly nattered lines. Find the different one, child, then mark it for deletion. Learn to conform. Avoid chaos. Did you know a chaos of butterflies is called a kaleidoscope? Wonder if they bigger like we do. I hate non-sight. Babbled nonsense in arguments over whose lives matter, symbolic word games transforming semantics into weapons of war, as in all lives matter, but mine matters more. No, mine, no, mine. Yes, yours. Yours because you're my neighbor, my friend, my brother. And lately, we've all been scribbling blind, pretending we're drawing clear lines in sand we can't even see. Truth? We're erasing sanity in maddest rush to sanitize shadows, and I hate the dark. It's time I learn to be a light.
Yeah, everybody give it up for Joshua.
Wow, wow. Joshua, one thing. Where do you stay again? I'd like to come for that head. I'd like to come and collect the heads that you have. Where do you stay again? Joshua?
I missed the question on that. You're coming through muffled on my end of it.
Okay, I was asking where did you say you live? I would like to come for your head. I love the head.
Oh, I'm in Wisconsin. I'm in the United States. If you're interested in like kind of following it, I am on TikTok through P&C Poet. And I'm easily found there in all my content and all that. But I do appreciate the platform, and it's an honor to be here.
All right. I think what I'm gonna do is let me
my
change this.
hat. Oh, he's after my hat. Oh, this is a hat. Oddly enough, I found this hat for $5 in a kind of a curio shop in my hometown here. It's a fedora. I absolutely love this hat. I'm a hat person because.
Well, you better hang on tight to it because he's coming for it.
Okay, well, you know what? I will talk. I have to talk to my people before you get here, so you don't have to steal mine. All right.
All right. What I'm gonna do, since it's Halloween, I'll see if I can borrow a broom and head over after this open mic, and we can talk about the head. All right? So yeah. Hi, Carlos. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. So next up we have ini nine more. Okay. You want to smoke?
Dear Elise, ever since I met you, I dreamed of being with you for the rest of my life. If we hadn't been strangers on the day we first met, I would have gone down on my knees and asked you to marry me. My mom died, actually did. And when I did, I smiled because the word yes, it flowed out of your mouth like blessings being poured from the lips of heaven itself. It felt like all the happiness I'd ever felt since the day I was born came down as a thunderstorm, and I was trapped outside without my umbrella. Points now. Knowing you has been one of the best things of my life. Not meeting you sooner has often felt like digging through mud when really I was in search of a diamond. But to be honest, that only made the process of finding you 1,000 times sweeter. Someone told me that a smile represents sunlight coming out of your face. And I said to myself, that makes perfect sense because Being with you makes me feel like I can light up an entire universe. My desire is to light up your entire universe. To be the sun at the center of your Milky Way. To spark the Big Bang through which all our future kids will be created. And I know there'll be other women, like galaxies, with gravity trying to pull me towards them. But I assure you, that gravity will have no effect over me because you are the only one that I am attracted to. Woo! No homo! Loving you feels like physics because it reminds me that you are the only one that matters. And like chemistry, the two of us put together will create the kind of reaction that sets the entire world on fire. Hope to see you soon. Love you.
Yeah.
Yay! Round of applause for Oakland! All right. Yes, Joshua. I am coming for the head. The poetry is amazing. I felt it that was coming from the soul, but I'm still coming for the head, brother. I'm still coming for the head. You're not gonna change my mind about the head. I'm still coming for the head. Over to you, Thomas, bro.
All right, coming up next here in the Zoom room, we have Cuban Voice. Cuban, if you would like to unmute yourself and bless us with some words, we'd really appreciate it.
Good. Well, I would love to say good evening. I don't know the times of everyone else, so hello, everyone. I hope to be one of the many poets whose words you will enjoy this session. I am Cuban, and this is my voice. No, don't let them see what you're not, 'cause you are strong. You are wise. You're worth beyond 1,000 reasons why. You can't be perfect, 'cause nobody's perfect. I know that I'm different. Know that I don't suit this society. The mold can never hold this much passion, so it cracked that it seems and produced this. An imperfection so imperfect, even abnormal, had become more normal than I see. I am aware I'm what they tell their daughters not to be, a girl with an obsession for puncturing holes into her flesh, letting the pain exonerate through her body, consume her soul, the fire to be let out using a pen and paper spoken by a voice so strong it cracked open as beholder yet. I breathe life into those who care to listen, those who care to look beyond the physical, the piercings, the bling. I know that I'm different. Know that I don't suit this society, but who the hell told you I want to be in this society? See, I aim to consume what they presume to be doom and resume like I got a 5-star resume. See, I would rather be different than act indifferent to the fact that greatness is what was predicted for me. Forget Shakespeare, you're finna be acting movies about me. This is more than a manifestation to the universe. This is a prophecy fulfillment. I'm speaking spiritual enrichment. See, stardust was sprinkled all over me, so your star signs mean nothing next to my name. So I know that I'm different. But all this difference and not be greatness would be an offense to the gods, God, the universe. I don't know which great power to thank, but thank you for making me so different. Okay.
Yeah.
If I still have time, can I do one last piece and I can call it a day?
Yeah, if it's a short one, yeah, we have time for a short one.
All right.
Yes, go ahead.
I don't wear my heart on my sleeves, but showcase my emotions like a firework display on New Year's Eve. No, I scrunch them up, wrap them in a plastic bag, shove them down my backpack, guarded with my life, want to know what's inside for. What's the use of loving? Giving your heart to all who are willing to grab, ravage, as if it were not the eye's most delicate of creations, only to trample down on it as if it were dirt. And if hearts were made of glass, I hope the shards of mine would cut the egos of hungry beings too pompous to love me right. And so I hide my emotions, not give them the satisfaction of knowing that they have intrigued me by their facade of a Disney happily ever after, laugh it off. as if it were a bad joke, hoping that maybe, just maybe, they would leave me alone. For I did not sign up to be a Juliet, dead in the name of love. Thus, I let out my emotions on these pages, hoping that whoever stumbles upon them will see what I hide inside, beneath this facade of a happy well-being, for I too am confused sometimes. I've grown so accustomed to pretending it has become my new norm. Do not judge me, for do we not all put on a facade sometimes? Sometimes. I do it all the time. I no longer know. I can no longer tell the difference. And I cannot say I have lost my identity. For you cannot lose what you never had to begin. I have always been this, just the right amount of this type of character for the occasion you need me to be, and I have not lost faith. I've just come to realize that fate can only take you so far before it too deserts you, so I do not wear my heart on my sleeve. Showcase my emotions like a firework display on New Year's Eve. No, I rip them on a plastic bag, scratch them, put them in my backpack, no one to know what's inside, and I'm sorry if I seem distant. Sorry if I seem rough around the edges. My acting skills seem to have been on strike. Give me a minute. For the plastic is getting too small for all these emotions that I keep stuffing inside. The backpack is getting heavier. I can feel it weighing on my shoulders. The problem is, it's the only way I've known to survive. So I don't wear my heart on my sleeve. I let it suffocate in my backpack as I hike through this trail called life. Thank you.
Wonderful piece. Everybody give it up for Cuban Voice.
Yeah.
All right. We lost audio over there with you, brother.
Oh, I had switched it off. Thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity to speak to you guys and share my piece.
Sorry guys, I didn't realize that we were muted. I was saying, Cuban, that was beautiful. I saw your Instagram over there. I'm gonna be following you. I hope you post some more videos. I might be coming back on Zoom in a few months' time. I don't know when, but soon. I might be coming back on Zoom. Malume, Zoom konto kabatela. Siyalibona baba. Siyalibona baba. Ismail ilokhu esikhona siyanganda. Sihlezi sibajabulisa. Next up we have let's put our hands together for Alice Suma.
Body now.
Body now. I'm not a body. I'm a child of God.
Okay, okay. Christian body now. Okay.
Jesus now.
Guys, I'm not a body.
Hi
guys.
Body 40%.
So I'll be sharing 3 pieces. The first one is really short. Yesterday, and it goes like this. Unlike Manuel, I wasn't looking for love. I wasn't searching. A calm like Tinada swept me off my feet, made me feel like I was floating. But then I remembered, cloud 9 doesn't exist except if you're eye on something. I wasn't looking for love, but then I found him. He who gave meaning to love, brought a smile to my face, made an introvert like me switch personalities. His heart he made as a bed and shoulders a pillow. His arms I call home, if only it wasn't platonic. But then again, no friendships are worth it. Then the second piece I titled First Daughter's Rant. Growing up as a child, I've always wondered what it's like to be a mom, not knowing I was already a mom, not knowing that nurturing came early without a ceremony. I got to live out these roles without the world watching, without being asked if I was willing. Growing up, I thought there was time to learn, time to grow into these skills. But then being first daughter means you're a woman, long before anyone tells you you have become one. That motherhood wasn't something you grow into. It's something you become silently. When you hold responsibilities in hands too small to carry the weight. I thinking I was just playing the role of a big sister. But somehow, how do you separate big sister from a second one? When you've been the first girl child, first grandchild, first girl grandchild in a family full of boys or men. I was caring for little ones, wiping tears, calming tantrums, tending to needs with hands too small for the weight. And then I didn't realize I was already practicing a form of motherhood long before anyone gave it a name. I didn't understand that motherhood wasn't something backed by blood. Sometimes it's born in the moment you step up because there is no one else to fill in the shoes. And just like that, as I grew, I wondered what it would be like to be a wife, to share a home, a life, to stand beside someone and build together. But what I didn't know was that I was already living that life, already playing the role without vows exchanged or rings slipped onto fingers. I was the keeper of peace, the bearer of burdens, the quiet force holding things together, playing wife in the shadows, in the spaces between childhood and womanhood. No one told me that being the first daughter meant I would experience these things long before they were mine to claim. Being a first daughter means you inherit roles before you know their meaning. You carry titles without the ceremony. You become a mother without a child of her own, a wife without a partner. I was living in these skills before the world deemed me ready, before I even knew I was buried them. And now as I reflect, I see that growing up, I was always searching, always wondering what it would be like to grow into these roles, to become these things. But the truth is, I was already becoming it, in quiet moments, in unspoken duties, in the spaces where love required more of me. I became a mother. I became a wife, long before anyone told me I had to. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you, Alice. Do we have someone next on the Zoom that's going?
Yep. Coming up next in the Zoom, we have Nadia. Nadia, if you'd like to unmute and bless us with some words, we would appreciate it.
Hi everyone, my name is Nadia, and my piece that I am sharing today is a call from Mother Earth. Every being on Mother Earth is accepted fully, valued and worth. Regardless of one's journey or origin, there is no need for judgment or comparison. Mother Earth is resilient, her love is pure. In every creature, her spirit endures. Through ages of pain and trials immense, her strength and grace makes perfect sense. Mother Earth calls for our hands in healing. Every nation being her need is revealing. Honoring this land that we all roam, a beautiful world we call home. We each hold power to lend support. Every act of compassion plays its part. Compassion for Earth and all her kin. Every being is a cherished child within. Her forests, oceans, rivers wide, all are caregivers at her side. Every element and place we tread needs help to restore what lies ahead. It begins with presence, conscious and kind, opening the heart, expanding the mind, accepting the call to love and care, planting seeds of change that grow everywhere. Poem. Thank you all so much for
Beautiful,
holding
everybody.
space.
Give it up for Nadia, everyone. Thank you for that piece.
Thank you, Nadia. Up next we have Yasmin.
Hi again, everyone. My name is Yasmin, and the name of my poem. Hello, hello. Unanieri. Yeah. The name of my poem is called Oshun. Oshun. Of everything in this life, you are.
Is the mic on?
I don't know.
Not so
It is on, right?
Yeah.
Let me
What is
voice.
your voice?
Louder. Okay.
Too sweet.
Okay. Oshun. Of everything in this life, you are the only being I want to unravel. Ooh. Oshun, when can we make this right? Would it require all my might? Or can I just, in your arms tonight? Oshun, I dream of you. I think of you. I'm terrified of you. Oshun, I see you. I greet you at the bonfire and I wonder, is this all it is? Oshun, to know you, I want to escape into you, lost in your truth. Oshun, Oshun, hold me in your depth. You speak a language I want to understand. You are a love I've never experienced, a trust I've never once given. To move to your rhythm, I want to sway in ways that I have been leading, move in beats long forgotten. Remind me, Oshun, my trust, all of it, I give to you. For your blue is where it's at.
Yeah.
Thank you. Do we have anyone on the Zoom that wants to go?
Yeah, we have up next we have Zamkanto. Zamkanto, if you'd like to bless us with some words, brother, I greatly appreciate it.
I am telling you.
Oh.
Thank you, everyone. Greetings to everyone, and thank you for your gift of poetry. Excuse my photogenic smile. We are genetically disposed to being kind to the camera lens in every sense of our movement. And to think we were once cast as mere silhouettes in the shadows of the silver screen. Cartoons of symbols on puppet strings, nooses around our voices, which fell from high octaves and punctured black holes in our skin. Yet no one could predict that from those black holes a new generation of stars would soon emerge, fully baptized with light, reclaiming the sky as their personal quilt. To think we were once boxed into frames too small to contain our ravenous spirit, caged inside reels of tape that spun tales to entertain audiences addicted to the masking of our pain, thick red lips that opened only to amuse ghosts in the machine, while we remained haunted by our own reality's motion pictures, with no director to scream cut to the stubborn rope around our necks, then point us towards our trailers to powder our battered face. Yet still, excuse my confident stride onto the stage. I stole a page from the Amazonians, whose warrior breasts left seasoned fighters buckling at the knees. And to think once our majesty was unseen, but that someday these stubborn narratives would arise like this one, with the force of raging rivers cutting through stone, surging forward, reclaiming our stories, our truths, our tribal masks, and our youth. Now look at our laughter. once a punchline, now rings with the clarity that shatters a billion echoes of caricatures, replacing them with windows into the soul of a people rich in everything else that can never be stolen. Our tears, no longer a spectacle, reveal the ocean depths of our humanity, and on whose ocean bed you find written upon the sand our own sacred mythologies, unscripted tales of such beauty that as they evaporate into the sky, our stories find new eyes and ears amongst unknown civilizations beyond. The camera, once an eye of distortion, now tears up at the fullness of our being, with the crisp piano keys along the spine of our lips as an invitation to song, a symphony composed of an infinite chorus of notes, each performance harmonized into a powerful anthem, resonating with the truth that our lives, our stories, and our dreams do matter. Through this lens, we look not only at ourselves, but into the hearts of all who witness our glory, declaring boldly that Black has defied time, that Black is now seen. We are the storytellers until eternity, and this is our time to shine.
Yeah, everybody give it up for Zamkanto.
Kungangata mbangazita. Sebefile ngapha bathi londoda kamuhle hey abathi indoda kamuhle lo sebezwile lapha malume. Exactly. Awangenile malume. Hayi kungathi angisoke ngu-introduce kwabanye ngoba sungacela ungithathele nje malume. Yeah, you understand. You understand. Lovely. So next up, I'm gonna call up my brother Ibrahim Munu, not just another writer to the stage.
Energy. Hello, hi. Good afternoon. Good evening. So, at the start of this year, Ramadan came a bit early because just 2 months before Ramadan, I already seen in your eyes. And when I saw the moon in your eyes, it reminded me of the times we used to play outside. We used to play tag, and I love playing tag because the ability to run in the presence of your inner child is priceless. Because your inner child is young, innocent, wild, and true, just like the way I feel about you. Let's just put it this way. If I want to play tag, then I want you to be it. Because I want to run inside all your favorite memories, like when you play the piano. I want to be between my thoughts like Socrates in love, and I want to fall for you like the time I took my first steps. You see, it was Navi. I could barely hold my feet to the ground. I felt my arms shaky, my palms sweat, and my death were ears to mommy when she called my name. And now I realize, so beside this point, Allah was not just teaching me how to walk, He was preparing me for the first time I would. Over and I'm like 5'6", but if my friend wasn't near me, I would have fallen 6 feet under. That was how much power you had over my body. You made me feel like the first time I got onto a bicycle. You see, I was riding and then I fell because I was reckless. I didn't take my helmet or shoulder pads. And now I realized that when I took that fall, Allah was preparing me for the first time I would ride for someone. You made me realize, you made me feel like I was 7, perhaps 9 years old. I felt like a child who comes home after a long day from school wanting some pampering from mommy. You can call me selfish all you want, but whenever I hug you, I pray to Allah that He molds you to one of my ribs so you don't have to go away without me. And a wise man once told me that true love never ends. That's why I always leave your favorite song on repeat, because I don't want our love to end. You see, you have eyelashes for strings and you have skin for piano. That's why I never want you to go away, because you make beautiful music even from the awkward silence between us, and I really enjoy those awkward silences. I don't want you to listen to this point, but wherever you are out there, I want you to realize that I love you. Thank you.
give it up.
Okay, now we have the love points coming in. Thank you, Munu. Do we have anyone on the Zoom that's ready to go?
Yeah, we have Parquillian. Parquillian, whenever you're ready, if you could unmute and bless us with some words.
All right, thank you so much. Wonderful work. Great to see everybody here today. Pardon me if I go off camera so I can see my phone well enough to read my poetry here. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
All right. So I was blessed in my youth to have several opportunities to travel abroad, and including a year abroad in Japan as a high school student. And later, a few years later, a trip to the Soviet Union in its latter days to attend a youth conference in Yalta. When we flew into Moscow, the fog was so thick that we had to take a train down to the Crimean Peninsula, right through the plains of Ukraine, an all-day train. And that and recent events inspired this poem, including recently learning that the photograph that inspired the song Strange Fruit was actually taken in a town in northern Indiana, where my father's father grew up. So this is called Plains of Pain. My mind goes back to riding a train across the fruited plains of Ukraine for 24 hours, avoiding the rain while watching those amber waves of grain. When perestroika was starting to crack the chains that held a nation back, but now that land is under attack, and many who grew now suffer the lack of places to hide from children's cries as fireworks fly over ginger skies, though not from celebration, but lies created to justify people's demise. Then after we'd seen black beaches surreal, the city once named for a man of steel who hunger did force and food did steal, was next on our journey and would reveal a burned out frame that was left behind, quite like the one in Hiroshima I'd find, to echo resolve and sharply remind that war destroys and leaves all blind. But why does this lesson go unlearned as planes and homes and schools are burned, recalling the echoes of fires that turn to ashes the dreams of all concerned? Strange fruit once hung in another plains climb, a town my grandpa called home at one time. A photo was taken of a lynching, a crime, an act unpunished against reason and rhyme. These cycles of hatred go round and round, but maybe one day we can build up new ground and release all the pain within which we're bound. And finally, a path to peace can be found. I'd like to say arigato gozaimasu, maraming salamat, asante sana, medase, ndatenda, baika, and there's another one I'm trying to remember. Oh, Mamo. Thank you so much for this opportunity to read.
Thank you, Parquillian.
Okay. So up next, we have Tiki, and she's going to do a song for us.
Good afternoon from our time.
Singer now.
So I'm going to be singing a song from Adele. It's called When We Were Young.
Oh, I love that song.
Everybody loves the things you do, from the way you talk to the way you move. Everybody here is watching you, and you feel like home. You like a dream come true. Ooh. But if I change so human wrong, can I have a moment before I go? 'Cause I remind myself all night long, hoping you're someone I used to know. You look like a movie, you sound like a song. My God, this reminds me of when we were young. Let me photograph you in this night in case it is the last time that we might be exactly like we were before we realized we're sad of getting old and made us reckless. Our son getting old and made me reckless. It was just like a movie, just like a song. I was so scared to face my fears that nobody told me that you'll be here. And I swear you moved overseas. That's what you said when you left me. You look like a movie. You sound like a song. My God, this reminds me of where we were young. Let me photograph you in this night in case it is the last time that we might be exactly like we were before we realized we're sad, getting old and made us reckless. I'm so getting old and makes me reckless. It was just like a movie, just like a song. When we were young, when we were young, when we were, when we were young. Hard to win me back. Everything just takes me back to when you were there, to when you were there. Hard to hold it on, just in case you hadn't. Oh, I still care. Do you still care? It was just like a movie. It was just like a song when we were young.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed that tonight. Okay, so do we have anyone else online that has to go?
Yeah, we have Black Salt WLF. Black Salt, if you would like to unmute and bless us with some words, we'd appreciate it.
Yes, hello, hello, hello. Glad to be here. I take it you can hear me okay and everything? Yeah. Okay, so I see thumbs up. I hear people, so I'm going to go ahead and get right into it. I'm excited to do this piece. Kind of like since we're all here, and I'm going to do this piece in veneration of the Egyptian goddess Hathor. And so, yeah, here we go. This piece is called Hathor. Here we go. Just crazy enough to work. Simple as the day I was born. Divine whore, Hathor. Light our darkest hour and guide us through the red. Faith without works is dead. The fruits of labor are shed. Simple as a bullet to the head. Just crazy enough to place a bet. Behold, the heavenly cow. Cry of a merry crowd, enchantment of woman unbound. I am dweller of the sky, bringing you light and rain. My waters will erase your pain. 7 red ribbons, 7 unbegun youth. I will guide you through the red. Heavenly cow, Hathor, goddess of drunkenness and bloody war, shine before the multitude, cry of a merry crowd, enchantment of woman unbound. mystery of sundown, bringer of light to the ground. Behold, Hathor, the heavenly cow, daughter of the ether, come hither, unbind the leather that binds us to our mistakes forever. Goddess of justice, scales of balance, release your indignation upon the wicked and light our darkest hour. Goddess of dark power, precious metals, gold and silver, fertility and flowers. Hathor, light our darkest hour and guide us through the red. And so, given that we're sharing a place with some people in Africa, I thought I'd bring that out. So I hope people can appreciate that. So but I do have a second poem that's a little bit shorter if there's time.
Yeah, if we got time for a quick one.
Okay, here we go. This piece is called Storyteller's Burden. All right, here we go. And they all lived happily ever after. That's what you want me to say, right? Ah, 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 ah. Listen well, let me tell you a tale of burning pages and plans that fail. There once was a storyteller, burdened so, of tales so dark, no light could go. Known for his bitter endings, he wept and moaned for a story that didn't burn the pages. For it seemed that all his heroes' plans had failed. Children cried, people died, death was in his hands. Until one day he looked upon the stars, where light had shined and pierced his black heart. From that day forth, and from that day when, all his stories had a happy end. That's what you want me to say, right? Ah, 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 ah. And that piece is Storyteller's Burden. And so that's what I got for tonight. No place I'd rather be. Thanks for embracing me and thanks for listening.
Yeah, everybody give it up for Black Sub. Oh, we lost audio on your guys' end over there. Yeah, we lost audio over there. We can't hear you. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, we got you now.
So, what is love? They said God is love, and love is God. Well, if indeed God is love and God is good, then love is supposed to be hurtful. But painfully funny it is now how to see love has been and still killing our generation, subjecting people to living their whole lives in illusion instead of reality. It's only love that will make you believe you cannot live without someone, when in reality you've lived for like 2 decades or more before even meeting them. You see, honesty has always been a good virtue until I love you came into the picture. Now telling lies sounds so normal, cool and soothing. I can't eat without you here. I can't sleep without you here. What would I have done without you? What were you not doing before meeting them? But guess what? They'll still be mad if you don't tell them that, even when they know you're lying. You know what? Dear ex, I hate you. Sorry, I hate that the fact that I known you for a very long time and I can't forget you. Well, maybe my thoughts were confused and customized to just revolve around you. I can still remember how elegantly beautiful you were, how you made me believe that the greatest man was the one I saw when I looked in the mirror, waking up to good morning text messages and calls. But it's funny now how even mentioning your name seems like a battle between my lips, teeth, tongue, and vocal cord. So we're flying colors when love had not left us. But I'm pretty sure because of our ignorance of what love really was that led to the lost. Our blissful moments turned into tense situations, and our beautiful conversations turned into inappropriate two-letter words like, okay, yeah. It was neither your fault nor mine, but let's still be sorry to Lord for focusing too much on the hurt, anger, and insecurity instead of building what already started broken. And please, let's don't forget to be sorry to the real people around us. The real people around us who thought we were going to get married anytime soon because we deceived them. Bye.
You are moving tag, so the love points are coming in now. Yeah, so we're going back to the Zoom. Who's ready to go on?
We have coming up next here, we got China Bloodmeyer. China, if you could unmute and bless us with some words, we'd appreciate it.
Oh man, I've been bouncing back and forth between what to do. I think I might be the only person who curses today, so I apologize in advance. My language is, my language is not that clean. So this piece is called Death Exchange. Death. They say it comes in three. And this week, that's what happened to me. A fear I've had since I was young. And come to think of it, I don't know where it came from. The amount of times I've fantasized about what it's like to no longer breathe. For ages, these thoughts really haunted me. Death is more lethal than katana unsheathed. Unmask and bite you like Melina's teeth, taking you out quicker than arrows carried by Neath. I don't know when it began, but I devised a permanent plan to live on the tongue of man. In the only way I've ever known, facing books, keeping my head real low. Learn about using my enemy's blood and bones to leave my words in tones. Penmanship engraved in stone. So I backed out Eartha's kit, had to become real strict, unburied the back of my closets, addressed and undressed a lot of shit, allowed all parts of me to coexist, called my spiritual team for the assist, cause they stay handling that 5D shit. For all eternity, like Madame Zeroni, I listened to my intuition submissively, popped out 2 babies, began maternally, then worked on me internally. Spent change uniting my inner diversities, smoked bitches that had the audacity, bust in Pandora's box, and gave birth to me. A Gemini monstrosity who was finally granted immortality. Do I have time? Do I have time for another short little?
Yeah, this is a quick one. We got time
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, my pieces are short, very short. So this is a flattery. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery that mediocrity can pay to greatness. I say that to say, don't spit unfinished shit around a poet. Bar for bar, they gon' quote it without knowing why you wrote it. Call them Chris, how they messily stole it, trying to front like they inspired, but your words were downloaded, bookmarked and footnoted. Ink blots like blood spots on their hands, shaking and shit, stunting like them words were blueprinted as they struggle to reiterate it, cause they illiterate and inconsiderate of the gifts that you was given. So go ahead and repeat after me. I can't flick this flow, even with the recipe. Nothing that you do flatters me, cause Muhammad butterflied on my tip, so the word flow is clean. That's why this pen hits so seriously. Point so sharp, I'm taking out bees. I'm casting spells in these streets. And yet you can't open sesame without understanding the analogy that you belong in the trash with Oscar, cause that stealing shit was wild, you see. These are more than just words. These are my tragedies. Boxing with my brain, crowd filling to capacity. Gem mind, there's at least 6 of us, no vacancy. Wordplay based on an odd reality, wrapped in a pretty bow of my sexuality.
So ain't none of this shit a fucking parody. And your whack ass strategies can't take a stab at me like, come on. None of them bitches even write fantasy. So chill out before I end that shit happily. Show you how this ink is laced with immortality and deliver a small reminder that when you move based on flattery, everything you do is labeled unsatisfactory. My name is China with 2 eyes, the better to see you with, blood mire like vampire, a hybrid witch, and that's it, that's all.
Yeah, give it up for China.
Ooh, what a powerful kiss. I love that. Do we have time for one more?
Yeah, we would love for you guys to have one. We actually have 2 more performers on our end, I believe, left. Yeah, Mystique and Dre Reyes. If you guys have anyone there still you want to do, let's bring them
I
on
think it's
stage.
just me now. I think it's just me now. Well, it's I've already, you already know who I am. So let me just get into it. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? You exist in the context of all in which you live and what came before you. It's the inspiration for all I'm about to tell you about my mother. Mostly when I speak of her, it will be about all the gut-wrenching and
Looks like we're experiencing some technical difficulties at this time. Please bear with us. There appears to be a delay on the feed from there. Hence why we're experiencing this freeze. So please, again, bear with us. This is...
It looks like their Wi-Fi may have went down because we lost. Oh, they're coming back. Okay, cool. All right.
Now we just need to get, audio.
Yeah. Yeah, we just need your audio now, yeah?
Can you hear us now? Can you hear us now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, probably not. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? You exist in the context of all in which you live and what came before you. It's the inspiration for all I am about to tell you about my mother. Mostly when I speak of her, it will be about all the gut-wrenching and nerve-wracking parts. Disclaimer, this is not to say this might not have the same effects, but I'd like to tell you about all the things that make her mother. I perceive myself as the cycle starter in my lineage, the one that had to walk down the path the ones before me hadn't. I wasn't here to break cycles. No, I had no business undoing what had been done. This is so because my mother was the one to break the cycles. She walked through life and experiences itself so I could run, skip, jump, and even fly if I chose to. She was, therefore I am. See, I'm a lunar Scorpio, and in astrology, when someone has this intense placement in their back chart, it sheds a light on the traumatic challenges your mother has endured and overcome, but yet to heal from. When I learned this, the dots connected and it all made sense. Now, if you haven't met my mother, hearing this, you probably would go, poor lady, but alas, there is nothing poor about my mother. Of all the things, mother is bountiful. Countless times she has poured out of her cup, even though hers needed filling too. She had that covered. Mother even gave life when life itself was fleeting. Then fiercely watered that offspring until it became the prettiest flower. It's not impossible if you haven't tried. It's what I subtly learned from mother. Although younger versions of me wouldn't admit it, her resilience is admirable and contagious. Such a ferocious force. Because of her sound critical problem-solving skills, mother made a fixer-upper out of me. She's a head of knack. She had a head knack for remedies. She taught me how to soothe, feed my spirit before I had the words for it. Her intuition so spot on, named her Eye of the Gods, because nothing went past her without her foreshadowing, faltering. She holds many titles in my eyes: the healer, the protector, the teacher, the nurturer, the enlightening one, mother. My mother, I don't talk about my all for her enough. Of all the times she held my hand or held a door open for me, sustained my curiosity and powered my mind, graced me with uniquely diverse style and taste. My mother, ever changing, heart, mind, and open, always being mindful and compassionate about what she knows best, even when others feel otherwise. My mother, my champion, in whose shadow I have sought shelter and light I have shone bright, without any slither of doubt. I am thankful for just not falling out of a coconut tree, but to be born of my mother. That's all from our end. So I think we can go with the two people from you guys, and then we'll be rounding up. Thank you.
All right. So coming up next, we have Mystique. Mystique, if you'd like to unmute and bless us with some words, we greatly appreciate it.
Perfect timing. I actually just got home now.
Excellent.
Okay. So I'm gonna perform like I will see, depending on time, I might do two purses. If not, I'll just do the one. Okay. We are such a sad generation. Our faces are masked with smiles. We perform happiness as if we're on Broadway. We live in the moment. We can turn all our traumas into memes, our sadness is hidden behind so much joy. Our morals are constantly in question. We were labeled addicts, alcoholics, and sluts. Some have even categorized us as unfocused. So ban that Mary Jane every day is a 420 party, bottomless glasses and dark rooms. What they don't know is that there is no sadness at the bottom of every glass, and the tip of each blunt brings a much needed calm. And every orgasm allows you to forget. We carry generations of trauma in our DNA passed down through time. We carry the pain of our ancestors. We fight battles they never knew they were fighting. We are generals of an army of dead dreams fighting enemies we can't see. The sex numbs the pain and allows you to feel a semblance of pleasure. The drugs, well, they block out the voices in your head, or at least make them sound sweeter. The alcohol soothes your soul and turns insomnia into peaceful nights. They are the Holy Trinity holding this shit show together. So turn off the lights, fill my glass to the brim, light up that blunt, let me feel your naked skin. Perhaps I'll find comfort in the drunk screams, intense highness, and our borders can come together to create paradise, even if it's just for a few minutes. Thank you. Do you have time for one more?
Excellent. I think we're coming up right at the last few minutes
No,
there at the location. Yeah, so
that's all right. That's all right. Whoever goes next can go next. That's fine.
all right. If you'd like to stay in the Zoom room too, I think we might keep the Zoom room a bit even after we leave the live venue, and we could share a little
That's all
more
right.
poetry for anyone who didn't get a chance to share. So yeah, coming up next would be uh, one of my favorite poets just because he's one of my co-hosts and helps out with open minds, doing flyers, the slam jam. He's been hosting the Friday shows, the Monday shows, really holding down the fort for me um, while I'm kind of doing other things. So, Dre, if you could unmute and take it away, I'd greatly appreciate it, brother.
Oh, All right. Hello, everybody. This is a trip. So never thought I'd be sharing my my art with all y'all. But it's truly a pleasure to be here. Trey Ray is coming at you from Manchester, New Hampshire. One of the hosts here at Open Minds. I got one piece for y'all, and it's called Word Junkie. My name is Andres Reyes, and I am an addict. I'm addicted to the feeling of pen on paper, juicy words that the page will savor, creating poetry that influences radical behavior. You see, when it's a passion, it's never a labor. So let's take artistic expression straight, no chaser, and scream the eternal cries resting within Mother Nature. May all our poems be star-destined prayers that soon become futures, lifesavers to the ones who may be our future engravers. Yeah. I'm addicted to the community, the feeling of unrivaled unity, achieving spiritual immunity, not feeling like a minority for once. The wonderful souls and personalities where every day is a ceremony, a celebration of our humanity. Yeah, I'm addicted to the energy of comfortably showing vulnerability, relaying hurts into healing creatively, and relaying that into a frequency from the minds to throats to technology to the world around me, with the hope that maybe my words can provide some validity in someone's reality. I'm addicted to poetry. Can you feel me? My system refuses to make antibodies for the creative bug that embodies all of me. I'm addicted to poetry and the ability it gives me to be a little wild, a little crazy, testing language and pushing it to its boundaries to see what it could be for shits and giggles and scientific theory. I'm addicted to poetry and the spiritual liberty it brings to me. I'm a word junkie whose only fix is poetry. Again, my name is Andres Reyes, and I am an addict, for there is no high in the worlds that compares to spoken word. Peace.
Everybody give it up for Dre Ray.
Thank you. That was a beautiful piece. We hope you do not get too well from this addiction ever. This is the only addiction you can keep for sure. So I guess this is where we come to the end of the hybrid open mic. It was so lovely having all of you guys participate. It was great. The words, the speeches, everything was amazing. So as we come to the end of this, I wanted to thank you all for just joining us and gracing this space. Bless you all and we love you from Stereo.
Thank you all for being a part of this.
Hey, thanks. We're just gonna end. No, I'm not gonna be close. I'm not for make announcements. I'm going to get photos.